manager and now as an owner, there's too many times I sit there and go, how did I get here? How did I get at this point where I'm not making my sales funnel happen, or I made it happen, or things went right or things went wrong? How did I get here? And should I be here? So this is a show for anybody in the sales department, salespeople, sales managers, owners of companies that are trying to figure out how to take their company to another level. And today I want to talk about um, a simple little thing, and that is, what does yes mean? You know, um, how many books and sales are written on yes? Go for the yes, get the yes. Um, a no is just another way to get through yes. There's so many books on uh, the yes, which I would back off of. I'm not a big believer in. I think if we constantly go for the yes, the people will tell us yes and then ignore us, right, and get rid of us. So I thought today we'd talk about, what does yes really mean when someone says yes to you. And I think if you don't totally understand what yes means, you got to ask what it means. To me, the scariest part of sales was when someone says, yes, we'll do business. Between that moment and the moment where the check clears the bank, scares the hell out of me. The rest of the time doesn't, because I know I have a process. I know where I'm at in that sales process. When they say yes, basically the sale's over, but now I got this void. And so it scares me a little. So in order for me to get unscared, the one thing I have to do is find out what the yes means. And it's a simple thing, and works in just about any case. And so when someone says to me, yes, I want to do business, I have to ask them why. I know this sounds crazy, right? We're in sales and maybe we spent 3, 4 meetings and a demo and all this stuff to get somebody. But when they say yes to me, how often, if has it ever happened to you where someone said yes to you and then didn't follow through, right? And they start ghosting you and they're not taking your phone call anymore, but they said yes, right? And they're not taking your phone call anymore. They're not answering your emails, right? So that has happened to us, right? And even in the cases of a sales meeting, I set up a sales meeting, they said yes, and then there were no shows, right? So we get so many yeses in the sales process that too often we just take the yes as a yes and not asking, what does that mean? So if someone says yes, we'll do business, think about this. If you work pretty hard and someone says, this sounds good, yeah, we're going to do business together. And I know it's tough. This is when you got to get to that point where you go, great, glad we're going to do business. Can I ask you a question? What made you decide to do business with us? And if they cannot articulate 1 or 2 or 3 reasons why they want to do business with you, you ain't getting the business. They're getting rid of you. They should be able to say, well, because this and this and this. And by the way, one of the scariest answers they'd give me is, because you're cheaper. Because now I know I'm in trouble, because everyone's going to be cheaper. Someone can always beat me on price or beat you on price. So that one should scare you, unless you're Kmart, right? And you're just selling it the cheapest that there is. That's how you survive. But if you're not, if they say because you're cheaper, I'd be scared. So when someone says, yes, I want to do business, and I say, so why did you decide to sign with us? And they say, because of A, B, and C. Great. Glad to hear it. Right. And by the way, that happens with just about anybody, right? Or any time. That could happen with, let's say, someone says, yes, let's have an appointment, right? Let's have a meeting. Let's have an appointment. If someone said, Tom, yeah, yeah, we can meet next Tuesday, I would then say, great, what time would be good? And they said, I don't know, maybe 10 o'clock. Great. So, okay, 10 o'clock, I'll be here. What would you want to make sure I bring with me? See, now I'm confirming, is they giving me just a message of a yes for the yes to get rid of me, or they really want to meet? And if they tell me, I said, great. So meet you next Tuesday, 10 o'clock. Hey, can I ask a question? Any reason why this meeting might not take place? That's a tough question for some of us in sales, because we've been read all those books and going for the yes, and I'm saying go for the no. But when I say that to someone and they go, no, my calendar is clear. No, so we're definitely going to have a meeting. They just gave me a second commitment. Less likely they'll back out. So I'm always trying to figure out, why is there a yes there? And if they can't articulate it, I'm in trouble. So a couple things will happen though. When someone says yes, there's several reasons why they might back out. So let's examine a couple of those reasons. Number one, buyer's remorse. We always say that people buy emotionally and they justify their purchase later intellectually. So if someone says, yes, I want to buy from you because you're a good salesperson, you got me excited about the product, I really like what I saw, right? And then I slept on it. And I thought to myself, boy, last time we changed vendors, whew, that was a pain. And you know what? I don't know that much about these people. And yeah, they have that one good, and they can easily talk themselves out of it. So there's always buyer's remorse that can get that problem of going from a yes to a maybe to apathy. By the way, when you got someone that's apathetic, you're in trouble. So I'm always looking for that. What does that yes mean? Is it buyer's remorse? Could buyer's remorse happen? Right. The second thing I check for is vendor vengeance. I call it vendor vengeance, right? When a vendor that I'm stealing the business from comes after me with a vengeance. So you could say, yes, we're going to do business. And my competition, who you've been buying from for 5 years, talks to you. And all of a sudden they go, wait, what if I gave you a 5% discount when you stay with us? Right. And then all of a sudden I'm not getting the business and they're not talking to me. So I've got to protect about that. So if I have somebody where I'm selling somebody and they have been doing business with someone else for a while and they said yes, I have to bring that up. And when they say yes, we'll do business together, I would then say, great. Hey, what's going to happen when my competition comes back in here and drops the price? Which they're probably going to do. They're not going to be happy losing this business. So what are you going to say to them when they come in and drop the price 5%? And whatever it is, you have that conversation. Because I really want to get across to that person is, if they were to drop their price that easily, wouldn't you be a little mad that maybe they've been overcharging you for so many years? So you want them mad about that. If they drop the price like that, just because I'm in there. So vendor vengeance, I'm checking for that one when I hear someone say yes. The other one is competitive ambush. Right? Competitive ambush. That's basically, they said yes to me, and then someone up top or someone else said, are you going to get 3 bids? Right? So when someone says yes, I would always come back depending where they are, what type of client they are. Great. Who else am I up against? Who did I beat out of this? Well, nobody. Ooh. Is somebody up on top going to make you get 3 bids? No, we don't need 3 bids because. So I'm always checking that. Then the fourth one that I think is probably pretty big, it's called the hidden decision maker. My belief is there's always a hidden decision maker. There's always someone out there that's a hidden decision maker. So I've got to check for that. Who up on top? Someone sells somebody and says, yes, we'll do business. Great. Hey, who do you have to present this to get the okay on this? Oh, nothing. They gave me a budget and this is well within the budget so I can sign off on it. Okay, great. Or you might hear, well, I got to present it to the committee, but they normally go for everything I say. So I still got to test that. When someone says, but they got to go for everything I say, I would then say, great. Hey, who's the one guy in the committee that always is the one that bugs you the most and asks you the most questions? Oh, that's Sam. Oh, who's Sam? What does he do? Oh, he's our CFO. Oh, so what questions are you going to ask you about this? Well, probably about the ROI. Oh, maybe we should take 10 minutes and figure out an ROI that you can present to him. So when he asks you, you can send it to him. See, to me, there's always a hidden decision maker. And I don't know who it is until I find out, until I ask. Right? Could be my wife. My wife's my hidden decision maker in a lot of different areas. Maybe yours as well, or your husband. So what's the hidden decision maker? My biggest thing is I really want to make sure that they're giving me a yes, not out of courtesy, but out of consent. Are they being courteous by telling me yes, or they give me real consent? See, someone be courteous when I call them on the phone and say, let's have a meeting, and they go, okay. And they're courteous about it just to be nice, but they're not going to meet with me. Or it's true consent. So if I called somebody on the phone and said, let's have a meeting, they said, great. When would be good? Oh, Tuesday. What time on Tuesday? Probably 10 o'clock. Okay. Got a feeling when you said probably, could this not happen for some reason? So I'm always checking what the yes is. Yes isn't what it used to mean. So from now on, whether you're in sales, I want you to check what the yes is. If you're in sales management, I want you to check what the yes is with your salespeople and help them, coach them through getting a real yes. And if you're an owner of a company, check out what the yeses are throughout your whole line. When someone says, yes, I'll do something, check what does that mean? So from now on, find out what the yes really means. See you next week.